Why is life messed up? Why are we still in exile? People think it's because Mashiach is not here. The truth is, we're waiting for Mashiach, and Mashiach is waiting. As the Gemara tells us, Hayom in Bekol Tishma'u, he says, the day that we are going to finally listen to God, when we finally fix ourselves, that's when Mashiach is going to come. So we're waiting for a redemption of ourselves. And how do we redeem ourselves? How do we get out of this mess that we found ourselves in life, where we have bitterness, we are not happy, we don't connect to Hashem? There is something much deeper than just the external waiting for a Mashiach. The reason why we're in exile is because on that night of the spies, the people, they cried, and they cried when they didn't have to cry. It was a Bechia Hinam. The reason why we're in exile is because we cry for nothing. And we know from the Chavetz Chaim, V'tiragnu ba'alachem, and the people in their tents, they said, Hashem hates us. They started to complain and say the reason why life is messed up, the reason why we're going to go into a land that we're going to be killed out is because Hashem is doing revenge on us. How many times in life do we, because of things going wrong, say, oh, God is getting us back? And instead of looking and saying that there are some amazing things in life and looking at the positive, the way out of exile is through thanks, and that's what it means. Oziv v'zimratiyah v'hedid yeshua. When we have a praise to Hashem, that's when we have a Yeshua, that's when we have a salvation. Unfortunately, the wall became called the Wailing Wall. If you split up this wall to, instead of between men and women, you split it up with a mechitza between the people who are coming to thank Hashem for what they had, or the people who are crying to Hashem for what they don't have. I think you have a lot more people coming to cry for what they don't have, and not enough people praying and thanking for what they do have, the Zimratiyah. What are you thanking Hashem for? The way out of exile, like we say on the night of the Seder, is when we sing the Dayenu. The night of the Seder, we are saying, Hashem, we are in the state of mind of redemption, that Hashem is Ga'al Yisrael, that He redeemed the Jewish people. That's the blessing of the Haggadah. And the way that we get to that mindset is through saying Dayenu, 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 all the things that we do have, all the things that are worked out for us. And when we are able to find what to praise for, then Hashem finds ways to make us a salvation. The 17th of Tammuz is because of the breaking of the Luchot and the sin of the Egel, and the Tisha B'Av is for the sin of the spies. And these 3 weeks are the weeks that we have to do a lot of work on ourselves to be able to connect to Hashem and cry for what's really important, not for what we don't have in life, but for what we are not connected to Hashem in life for. All the things that we think are happening that are bad are not as bad as the mindset of them. We know that Avraham Avinu, he prayed for the people of Sodom, but he never prayed when he was told that the Jewish people are going to be in Egypt for 400 years, because the fact that we are in the circumstance is not as bad as what is our mindset. So us being in exile doesn't have to necessarily mean that it's so bad, except if that's how we think of it. So the breaking of the Luchot is only bad if you think of it that way. On the other hand, there's a lot of good things that came out of us breaking the Luchot. Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Asher shibarta, yasher koach shibarta. It's the one thing that Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu yasher koach for breaking the Luchot. Because what did we get out of breaking the Luchot? We achieved, because we had the breaking of the Luchot, that the Torah could be forgotten, which caused that we were able to have all the Mishnah and all the Gemara written, all the merit, all the Shas that we have is because of the breaking of the Luchot. Sometimes when a person has a broken heart, he feels that that's the worst thing, but the truth is that could sometimes be the best thing if it makes a person humble. Not if it breaks a person, but if he says, maybe I could change my behavior and learn from this how to understand people, other people who are broken, and how to help them. If I could take this and learn how to be more dependent on Hashem, then it could be something that could be the best thing that ever happened to him.